How's it going, everybody? It is Visual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus Danny over here in the OU tier. So we're going to be using a fun Sun team, and this is going to be a lead Torkoal with Stealth Rock Max Defense with Wrap Spin Toxic and a Lava Plume as he leads off with the KAROWNAH. Goes straight for the knockoff turn one as I get my rocks up, so very risky play by Danny, going for the knockoff when I have usually a fire move on Torkoal. I mean, Torkoals usually like to run Lava Plume, and then foolishly goes into Gliscor as I go for the Lava Plume and gets a burn. So don't go into Gliscor when there's a potential Pokemon with Lava Plume in its arsenal. Just like Heatran, you don't want to get your Gliscor burned because then the Toxic Orb does not activate. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for the Gliscor. Anyways, I go to my Leafeon. This Leafeon is going to be Groundium Z Dig with Leaf Blade Knockoff and Sword Dance, and it's Adamant Nature for power, and I like that power. So, going to go for the Sword Dance on the Gliscor as he actually stays and tries to knock off an item, but there is no item to be knocked off since Z moves don't get knocked off. Go for the Leaf Blade to knock out Gliscor. And yeah, I just wanted to not go for another Swords Dance because actually I didn't really need it looking at the rest of his team, and plus I didn't want to get like toxic if he was toxic Gliscor. So in comes Blacephalon. I go for the knockoff, one-shot that. I guess he thought he would be faster with Choice Scarf Blacephalon, but nope, Chlorophyll doubles your speed, and Leafeon is going to be able to outspeed Blacephalon Choice Scarf. So now in comes the KAROWNAH, and I'm just going to go for the Groundium Z at +2 attack. And Tectonic Rage hopefully will knock out KAROWNAH if the KAROWNAH is not running like a lot of defense and max HP, because it can definitely live. But luckily it's not. I think it can, pretty sure, if it's running a lot of defense and HP, but nobody runs that. So, blow back that KAROWNAH. Now in comes Magnezone. Now I could go for the Dig over here, but I decided to just go for knockoff since I felt like I don't think Magnezone can knock me out with anything, so I was like, you know, knock off. But nope, it blows me back with a Flash Cannon, so I was like, dang, okay, well, goodbye Leafeon sweep. But that's fine. I didn't expect it to sweep. I mean, it's a PU mon, and I'm using it in OU, so it actually put in so much work. I mean, if it gets at least one Pokemon fainted, it would be amazing. And it got a lot, and more faints in the upcoming games that I have with it. So, anyways, I went in Charizard. I didn't want to Mega Evolve because I want to preserve as much Sun turns as possible. So now I Mega Evolve as Greninja comes out, and he should know I'm Charizard-Y because Charizard X doesn't run a Flamethrower, they run physical attacking moves. Charizard-Y is the one that runs special attack. Anyways, he goes for the Hydro Pump. I should be able to live it. He has a Life Orb. Maybe Specs can knock me out, but he's Protein, so I guess, yeah, it makes sense to run Life Orb on Protein. I mean, Battlebond could run Protein as well, so I mean, what? Battlebond can run Protein as well. I mean, Battlebond can run Life Orb as well. So, yeah. I live it because the Sun weakens one type moves. We all know this. And blow him back with the Solar Beam. So this is actually scary. Charizard X could actually come back over here and Dragon Dance up and win the game for him. So I gotta hit a Focus Blast. Luckily I did have rocks up, so I can just like take half of his HP. So it really just came down to 70% accuracy. And luckily I got his Charizard right there. I think I changed the team to Earthquake and took off Roost to Charizard because I was really just scared of missing Focus Blast against the other Charizards. Charizard X particularly, because my team can get swept by like Charizard X real quick and real fast. Like, it gets ugly. And when I play Charizard X and they just Dragon Dance up, especially Volcarona as well, like this team doesn't have much to counter that once they get enough speed. Since, you know, my Chlorophyll mons aren't that fast when you play against, you know, +2 speed Volcarona and +2 speed Charizard X, because sometimes you can't knock those guys out real quick. My best counterplay is probably just trying to outspeed it, or with Toxic or something like that, because I can't Wisp him with Mew too. So, but anyways, I lead off Torkoal as he leads off with Nihilego, and he just gets his rocks up, and I just get my rocks up. So I kind of predicted him to probably just want to get rocks up. I didn't expect him to go for the Power Gem first turn. And he definitely would want to get Stealth Rocks up versus my team, because I have two 4 times weak to Rocks Pokemon, Charizard and Volcarona. And Volcarona is also a cool set that I'm running. I don't know, you can check out the team in the description, it's really cool. And yeah, I want to Leafeon, praying that he doesn't go for Sludge Wave. Luckily he didn't, but Power Gem almost one-shot me, so yeah, Leafeon doesn't have the best special defense, that's for sure. But it has amazing defense, so that's good. Anyways, I went for the Groundium Z just because I don't want to mess around with Nihilego, and yeah, I just want to blow it back. But he makes a smart play going into the Tangrowth, as Tangrowth is probably the best switch into a Leafeon, since I can't really do much to a bulky Tangrowth. Like, this thing literally has insane bulk defensively. Not the best special defense, but that's why people run max but def with Solvus. So he has actually Infestation, which is a weird move to run on Tangrowth. I don't see it too much. I don't think I've ever seen it at all, to be honest. Maybe it's a cool little like anti-meta thing. So yeah. Anyways, I'll go into Venusaur as Venusaur threatens out the Tangrowth. I went for a Hidden Power Ground, predicting him to want to switch out as Tyranitar does come in, so I got that play right. Does absolutely nothing though, since the sand is up and, you know, rock types get that plus the def boost. So gonna switch out my Yip Yip. Also, my Venusaur is modest. I think it's modest with Life Orb and Hidden Power Ground, Sludge Bomb, Solar Beam, and Synthesis. Anyways, went to the Torkoal and the Tyranitar because I want to get the sun back up. I don't really care what he did, because I just want to get the sun back up so I can bring in Venusaur again. So he went for a Dragon Dance and it just knocks me off the rock slide. I was like, whoa, okay then. My man got the D-Dance Tyranitar. Oh, not playing around with the Tyranitar today. I thought it would be like Mega, to be honest, with Dragon Dance. Usually that's what it is, but hey, whenever I see a Dragon Dance Tyranitar, it's usually like a Life Orb or Z move. It could be Z. So anyways, I went to my Venusaur again, and I just go for the Solar Beam as he brought in Nihilego, and that's going to get two-shotted. I don't care how much special defense you have in Nihilego, because you got some massive special defense. You're going to get 2-hit by the Solar Beam. And I just go for the Hidden Power Ground, just an off chance he goes back into Tyranitar. Expect me to go for like Solar Beam again, I don't know, but because if he goes back into Tyranitar as I go for a Solar Beam, that could be really bad, because then I gotta wait a turn to absorb the light. But I actually went to Tangrowth, which is a very odd play, because that allows me to get the Synthesis up, and yeah, in the sun I regain so much HP. It's very nice. So I guess he maybe expected me not to have a move to hit Tangrowth with. Since he saw the Hidden Power, he was like, okay, he's not running Hidden Power Fire. You're definitely not a poison type. You definitely don't run Sludge Bomb, right? I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to go for sack his Tangrowth for some reason. He should have just went to Tyranitar again, as Tyranitar does obviously live the Hidden Power Ground right there. And then he packs the Z move, the Rocktium Z. So I had a feeling whenever I see a non-Mega Tyranitar, it's gonna be Z move Dragon Dance. Like whenever they show Dragon Dance, at least, because most Tyrantars, like, they can run anything. Honestly, they can run Band, Soul Vest, Scarf, just lead, Stealth Rocks. Tyrantars is one of those mons that are just always good in the OU tier. They're just always just gonna be top tier, and just like running everything, every single viable set, you can do it. But yeah, I go to Mew because Mew should be threatening out the Tyranitar with an Ice Beam, or anything really. And he brings in Rotom Wash. Unfortunately, I get a freeze right there, which is very, very nice. He can't unthaw because Rotom doesn't learn Scald. If they did, they probably would run it, but yeah. He probably just having Volt Switch and stuff. So I take this opportunity to want to go for a Defog as he actually just thaws out. The first turn, he got frozen. So that kind of sucks. But hey, I mean, you know, that's hacks, and it's 10% chance to freeze, and I think it's 10% chance to thaw out. So yeah, he gets a light screen up, which is interesting. I don't expect Rotom Wash to run screens that much in the OU tier. So that is kind of scary, but I could just defog it away. I go for the Wisp just to try and burn the Rotom, and yeah, I got that. So then comes the Porygon Z, and usually Porygon Z are a Z conversion. I haven't seen this thing in a while in OU as well. So I'm kind of intrigued to guess what set it is. I was kind of scared of like Nasty Plot Agility Porygon Z real quick with light screen up, because that could actually just win up, like sweep my team real quick right now. Like if he Agility and then next turn he Nasty Plotted and maybe live to hit from anything, because I have a bunch of special attackers in the back. And my physical attacker, Leafeon, is gone. So I'm just kind of praying that he doesn't have that set. As yeah, he goes over to the conversion, like raw conversion. He can't go for Z move since he already used a Z move with Tyranitar, so I guess this was Z conversion as well. But yeah, I guess he wants that powerful Stab Thunderbolt real quick. And I just try and Quiver Dance up. This is going to be a bulky Volcarona, like almost max defense. Timid Nature with a lot of speed. And yeah, I should be able to outspeed it. Porygon Z at +1 speed easily. And my play is to just roost up as much as possible, where I'm out of range from a Thunderbolt to a KOing me. And I can go for another Quiver Dance to hopefully just like sweep this entire team with Volcarona. And I am praying that I do not get paralyzed by the 10% chance Thunderbolt. And critical hit it as well, because critical hit would blow my back. And it would ignore my special defense boost. So at that range of HP, I was pretty sure I could Quiver Dance up again and live a Thunderbolt. So that's what I do. As he goes for the Thunderbolt, I do not get paralyzed. So looking pretty good, Bulky Volcarona doing it big, and it's also Flame Body. Comes in handy a lot. Flame Body is just an amazing ability to have on a bulky Pokemon because whenever they touch it, 30% chance to burn. So yeah, right there I go for the Roost. He gets an unfortunate para. So now I'm slower. And then he goes for the Thunderbolt again. I should live, but nope, he goes and critical hits me. So that kind of sucks real bad right there. And yeah, looking at it, I was like, alright, maybe I lose now since since he has the Garchomp in the back, and Garchomp, if it's Swords Dance, is going to blow me back. And I'm guessing it's going to be Swords Dance since he has screens and like a bunch of setup mods. But yeah, I go into Charizard-Y, gonna outspeed the Porygon Z since I'm faster, and I just blow him back with the Flamethrower and the Sun. He's never gonna live that. He goes into Tyranitar, which is interesting. I guess he wants to stand up. Maybe he's like Sandville, Garchomp. I'm just like, oh, that's gonna suck. And also it makes sense since he allows me to not go for Solar Beam, which is really bad because now I gotta hit a Focus Blast. And Focus Miss, you know what Focus Miss does, it misses. So in comes Garchomp, I go for the Focus Blast and it actually connects though. Very nice, and I actually get a crit. So I'll take that. Almost one-shot the Garchomp, and he actually turns out to be slower than me, which is interesting. I guess he wasn't running max speed EVs, or he wasn't running Jolly Nature, maybe Adamant. I think he told me he wasn't running max speed EVs, so definitely you want to run max speed EVs on Garchomp for sure, because you outspeed Charizards. Charizard will 2-hit KO you. So I just went and crit him with the Focus Blast and knocked him out Flamethrower, so I'll take those. And I do have Ice Beam on Mew, which could easily one-shot Garchomp, but I mean, you know, usually Garchomp outspeed Mew. And they can just go for, like, I don't know, +2 Outrage and blow me back. Like, he could have swept me right there. Blown back Charizard-Y and blown back Mew. The +2 Outrage. But no, that's not the case. So I'll take that. And yeah, I guess lesson learned for him. To run max speed Garchomp. And yeah, I just went to Mew and went back to Charizard because it's a faster way to finish the game because Charizard needs the Sun Up to go for the Solar Beam. He went for Light Screen, but that's not going to save him from the Solar Beam from Charizard-Y. So goodbye, Rotom Wash. At least maybe if he was like at full HP, it would save him. But I mean, unless you're gonna be like Thunderbolt and like paralyze me, and then paralyze me or something like that, you're not gonna win. And I think he was like toxic as well, or burnt. Yeah, he was burnt. So not looking too good for the Rotom Wash. Anyways, next up we got versus Yohan. We got Scary Team. I think he brought the same team last time when we battled him. Like Tapu Koko, I think it's Mega Sceptile, Landorus, Greninja, Hawlucha, all these hyper offensive Pokemon I love to play. As yeah, I could lead off a Torkoal. Want to get the Sun Up. Usually Torkoal is like my dedicated lead because I always like getting the Sun Up first turn. Torkoal has that utility. He has Stealth Rocks, and yeah, getting up rocks is always nice versus a team. So he goes for the Volt Switch, almost one-shots me. So I'm like, all right, you're Specs. And for sure it's Timid because you can only get Timid Shiny Tapu Koko. And yeah, I just went for Stealth Rocks first turn. And he brings in Greninja, probably wanting to get the Battle Bond real quick as I go into my Venusaur, praying that I could live a Specs Dark Pulse. And yeah, I actually do take that pretty well. And maybe it's not even Specs because I thought Specs would do a little bit more than that. So anyways, in comes the Hawlucha, gets that Electric Seed up as it activates on the Electric Terrain. And I just go for the Solar Beam. It does a decent amount. Sadly, I don't have Hidden Power Fire because I think maybe that would have one-shotted Hawlucha, potentially. I mean, it is boosted in Sun, so I don't know. Which Venusaur? I think it does learn Weather Ball, but you can't run Torkoal with Weather Ball, which kind of sucks. In Victreebel you can. Well, that's why I like Victreebel a lot as well. And yeah, I went to Mew because Mew is my dedicated switch into the Hawlucha, kind of, since Hawlucha has to like Swords Dance up to two-shot me. And he wouldn't be able to do that when I get a free switch into Mew, and yeah, he wouldn't be able to one-shot me with +2 Acrobatics, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I would just one-shot him with the Ice Beam right there, and yeah, down it goes. So in comes Greninja trying to get that Battle Bond again. I'm not going to allow you to get Battle Bond. No. You're not allowed. I'm going to go into Leafeon and hope that I can live a Dark Pulse since Leafeon has bad special defense. And I live at 4 HP, so I'm like, yes, that's awesome. No Battle Bond for you, Greninja. And I go for the Swords Dance over here. Risky play, but I do expect him to switch out since the sun is up. And I doubt he wants to sack his Greninja to the Leafeon, just like straight up to a Leaf Blade. As yeah, in comes Landorus T. And I'm praying that I can knock the Landorus T out with a Leaf Blade. Unfortunately, it's a Landorus T and it's going to live the +1 Leaf Blade. So if only I was Grass Teamsy right there. But Groundium T comes way more handy versus Heatrans and Ferrothorns and stuff like that in the tier. Urna. So yeah, Groundium's the way to go for me. Anyways, in comes Charizard as I go to Torkoal because I want to Toxic the Charizard because I have a feeling it's going to start Dragon Dancing up. It's going to be Charizard X. And it is going to be Charizard X, so really hope I land this Toxic. If I don't, it's going to be bad news for me and my team. So yeah, he goes for the DD right there. And yeah, I'm just going to try and pray that I hit this Toxic. Yep, there he goes. Very, very nice. Soop hits that Toxic. And putting that thing on a timer, it's still going to claim some lives though, since Charizard is at +1 attack. It don't have a good switch in to take a hit. Mew is weakened by the Hawlucha, so it's going to go down. But at least in a few turns, it's going to go down to the top. So now I'm going to Venusaur, kind of expecting it to outspeed the Charizard. But no, I get outsped. So I'm like, oh, I missed a huge mistake right there because I needed Venusaur to win the game. So yeah, not looking too good now since everything is going to get destroyed by the Charizard. So I go to my Charizard, and I don't Mega Evolve since I was kind of hoping that maybe he would not click Dragon Claw and click, I don't know, I guess something else. I don't know, I just didn't want to Mega Evolve since I guess the sun was still up and I wanted to keep the sun for later so that I can get it back up with Charizard-Y, but that's not the case. So in comes Landorus. I go into my Volcarona as I'm hoping that I can Quiver Dance up and outspeed the Landorus and hope that it's not going to be Choice Scarf, but looking at his team, it's probably Choice Scarf Landorus T. As Earthquake does way too much, even if I was running even more max defense, I don't think it would be enough. I mean, I'm just out of range from it to it KOing me, so I was so close of it. Not to it KOing me, I guess. And yeah, down goes Volcarona, and my last mon is Mew, which was weakened by the Hawlucha, and down it goes. So that kind of sucks. Really messed up with the Venusaur play right there against Charizard. I should have just not went into it. I kind of just expected me to outspeed Charizard, to be honest. But I guess +1 speed, Charizard outspeeds my modest Venusaur, so I guess that makes sense since Venusaur I think only has like 240 speed right now. So yeah, misplay by me. I should have saved it because Venusaur actually would have just swept when the Charizard was gone. So oh well, you live and you learn. So next up we got is versus Legion, and Legion actually had an idea for me to use like I think 2 OU Mons and I think like 2 RU Mons, 2 NU Mons, something like that, or 2 UU Mons, 2 RU Mons. I just brought kind of the same team actually, since I have only Volcarona and Mew as 2 OU Mons, and then I brought like Leafeon, which is PU, Torkoal, which is PU, Venusaur, which is NUBL, and then Mega Houndoom, which is RUBL. So it kind of works out actually pretty well. My team with his idea, and he brought like I think 2 OU Mons, 2 UU Mons, and 2 RU Mons. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Forget. That was what he wanted or something like that. So, anyways, he leads off with Donphan, the Dumbo as a lead off with the Torkoal, and I actually go for the Lava Plume over here because I want to try and get a burn on this Donphan. I expected to maybe get for a Rocks. He goes for Earthquake. I can take it. I actually take that pretty dang well. I don't even get 2-hit KO'd by it, so wow. It must be a defensive Donphan, as I unfortunately get a crit and a burn on the Donphan first turn of the game. So we take those, even though that Donphan literally was like looking pretty good against my team, but now it's burnt and got critted. So now I'm going to Mew as he goes for the Stealth Rocks right there, as Mew should be able to take anything Donphan wants to go for. And if he gets Rocks up, I could defog them away, honestly. Mew is a really good defogger. That's why Mew is like on this team. Gets rid of the Rocks for the Charizard and the Volcarona. Even if we have Rapid Spin, you do want to have like 2 ways of getting rid of hazards, since it's just essential for Volcarona and Charizard team. Anyways, in came Umbreon as I go for the defog, and now I'm going to go into my Houndoom. Switching it up since we don't have Mega Charizard-Y, like I said. Going to use a lower tier mon. And he actually has Curse Umbreon, which could be scary. If I didn't have Mega Houndoom, actually, or any hard-hitting special attacker, because Umbreon was Curse is kind of slept on, since it does have amazing stats, but it's not going to be able to live a Solar Power Fire Blast in the sun from Mega Houndoom. I mean, it does take 1, I guess, since, you know, it's Umbreon. It's probably running max special defense. Insane special defense it has. But I do have Nasty Plot, but I actually go for Taunt over here because I don't want him to go for, like, Protect and Wish again and stuff like that, and Curse. So he actually went to Clefable, and Moonchild is probably going to get blown back with Fire Blast, so I guess he acknowledged that. And he just goes into Donphan right there, as I unfortunately missed the Fire Blast right there, so I got to take more Solar Power damage. And yeah, since he's burnt, Ice Shard is not going to do anything, and he goes for it right there. And I can just easily go for the Dark Pulse. So This Mega Houndoom came from, I think, a UU team I have, which I should be uploading like as my next UU video after a few more battles, or videos at least, with other tiers. So it's pretty cool. Fake friends Mega Houndoom. You already know we all got fake friends around. So anyways, we're going to Little Mew on the Nido King. Should be able to take a Life Orb hit Earth Power pretty well, as it does not 2-hit KO me. Very nice. And threaten it out, potentially with a Psychic, but I have Ice Beam. And anyways, let's go for the soft boy right there, as in comes the Umbreon. And Umbreon is usually easy switching. It allows me to go into my Mega Houndoom, but I do want to get the Sun Up first, as Mega Houndoom does best with the Sun Up. Beautiful solar power, hits like a truck. So he gets the Wish Up right there. And yeah, I don't really want to stay in too much with the Torkoals, even though I could Toxic it, but it does have Synchronize. Usually Umbreon does have Synchronize, I think. That's what they run. So I think, is that its only ability too? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that's its only ability, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I get my Rocks up because I want to keep the Rocks up since I defogged them earlier. And yeah, now I'm going to go into Fake Friends, and I'm just going to, I think, Nasty Plot up and just 1-hit KO something, because it's time to duel with Mega Houndoom. So he starts cursing up even more. That's not going to save you. I don't know what kind of move he's running on Umbreon, but I don't think it's going to one-shot my Mega Houndoom. Maybe it would after a Solar Power hit, but I'm going to Nasty Plot up. Maybe he expects me to just Fire Blast again, so he goes for a Wish. I could have taunted him right there, but I guess I would have saved... it wouldn't have saved me at least, because I wouldn't have one-shot at Umbreon next turn. I'd rather just one-shot something and just claim a life, because he has no switch into +2 Fire Blast. So then comes Gengar. I'm just going to hope that it's not going to be Choice Scarf, as it is going to be Choice Scarf and outspeed me, so that's fine. At least I got rid of the Umbreon with my Mega Doom. And Sludge Bomb is interesting, but I guess he couldn't get Sludge Wave, since I think you can get it from a Haunter or Shiny Gengar event. But I bring in Leafeon with the Chlorophyll. I'll speed the Choice Scarf Gengar and knock him out with the knockoff. As unfortunately I get Cursed Body right there, which kind of sucks, but at the same time it doesn't really matter, since I can just go for the Groundium Z and Arthur, and down goes the Nido King, since it's not going to live the Groundium Z big. And it's such a nice tech that I guess people do not expect, since they don't see a Leafeon ever in competitive, really. And maybe they do in sometimes, like back in the day with some teams, but I guess not in Gen 7. So, down goes the Nido King, Sunlight fades, and yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, Swords Dance up, as in comes Clefable. And Clefable is actually a scary set. It's gonna be Cosmic Power, and Cosmic Power could be annoying if it's unaware, because then my Swords Dances are for nothing, and if it is unaware, then I gotta, like, Toxic it. And I'm just gonna hope that it's not unaware, to be honest. And I think I knew it's not unaware, because I got the Rocks up, and I saw that it didn't take initial Stealth Rock damage, so I know it's Magic Card. Anyways, and my knockoff is no longer disabled, but it does not matter, because I'm just gonna go all the way to +6, so that my Leaf Blade can do maximum damage. And he's only at +3, because Cosmic Power is only +ing 1 every single time in defense and special defense. My Leaf Blade, my Swords Dance is +ing 2, so I should be 3 times higher than him. Or I guess +3 higher than him. Anyways, I go for Leaf Blade as Soft Boils. I guess gauging the damage, how much Leaf Blade is doing, and it's doing way too much. I'm like, yes, thank the Lord. It's doing way too much for him to go for another Cosmic Power. He should get knocked out. As I guess he acknowledges that and goes for Distorted Powered. Does not KO me, which is very, very nice. I was really scared of that. And down goes the Clefable. Also, Leaf Blade does have a high crit ratio, so I could have maybe critted him as well, which would have been one of my plays. So, or I guess hopes and dreams. But yeah, in comes Puff. Goes for the E-Speed, and I live that, so I guess it's not going to be Banded Dragonite. Very, very nice. Unless it would have been. I don't know. Leafeon does have great defense, so it might have been. But down it goes. I guess knockoff doesn't show me the item. Maybe it's Z-Move, potentially. I mean, looking at the team, it definitely looks like a Z-Move Dragonite. Like, what else will be a Z-Mover? Unless he wants to not run no Z-Movers, which I guess could be a thing. But anyways, next up we got versus Caleb. Looking at his team, we got Mega Pinsir, very hyper offensive team. Dragonite maybe Z-Mover, Breloom could be Focus Sash, Life Orb, Mimikyu could be Z-Move or Life Orb. I'm thinking Dragonite usually are Z-Movers, and then the Ferrothorn, probably Rocks, Spikes, and Ditto. And usually Ditto is, you see it on bulkier teams, not a hyper offensive team, but I guess Ditto can be slapped on in like every team, to be honest. Like, it's always good. So, Lead off with Torkoal as he leads off with a Ditto. That's unfortunate because Ditto is going to copy my Torkoal, and it's going to be able to maybe go for a Toxic, get rocks up, whatever he wants to do. If he's not going to be Choice Scarf. If he's Choice Scarf, he locks himself into whatever. And I'm thinking, you know, Dittos are usually our Choice Scarf, so he should be, you know, not be able to switch up moves. Unfortunately, I missed a Toxic on the Ditto, which would have been very, very nice to put on a timer. And now I go for another Toxic trying to hit it, because I'm kind of hoping that, you know, he stays in, and maybe if he's not Choice Scarf, he switches up moves, but yeah, he's definitely Choice Scarf since he switched out into Flamethrower, which is an interesting switch since Lava Plume will blow it back in the sun, like it's 4 times weak. But I went for Stealth Rocks, as I think he just protected, and now he goes right back on Torkoal. Maybe he's wanting to go for a Toxic on me, or maybe even trying to Rapid Spin, but I went for Lava Plume, maybe trying to hit the Ferrothorn or whatever, trying to get a burn. He goes for Rapid Spin right there, which is totally fine because I go for my Rapid Spin, get rid of his rocks, and since he should be locked into Rapid Spin, I can get my rocks back up, to be honest, so it's not going to be a battle he can win with the Ditto versus my Torkoal, even though he is wasting Sun turns, which is unfortunate. But yeah, in comes the Ferrothorn, which is interesting because I have the Lava Plume and I almost one-shot it. Get a burn, which is nice, 30% chance. He goes for the Leaf Seed, so I guess he gets a little bit of recovery and loses some HP from Torkoal, but yeah, I don't recommend you to do that with the Ferrothorn ever. It's not worth it. Like, Ferrothorn would have been very, very nice for, I guess, walling Venusaur, even though you don't expect Venusaur to not have Hidden Power Fire. But it makes sense in the OU tier because Hidden Power Ground does hit Heatran, and hitting Heatran is very, very nice. And also, I guess it's a Tyranitar, since you have Solar Beam and you don't want to go for Solar Beam when Sand is up. But anyways, I'm winning Charizard right there. As Charizard, I was kind of expecting him to maybe even go for Stealth Rocks right there with Ferrothorn, but I want to bring in Charizard before the Stealth Rocks come up. But yeah, luckily for me, he didn't do that. So then comes Dragonite as I go into Mew. I was hoping Mew should be able to easily take a +1 Flying MZ from Dragonite. That's usually what they run. But no, he has the Dragonium Z. And I'm like, oh, okay then, he has probably Outrage. And that is going to easily one-shot my Mew. And yeah, usually Mew is my switch into Dragonite, Z move, since it should be able to take Flying Z, like I said, and it should be able to one-shot it with Ice Beam. Or even Wisp it and burn it if I wanted to go that route, but Ice Beam is a lot better. I guess maybe Wisp it if I don't break its multi-scale, because it will live Ice Beam with multi-scale. So yeah, very, very scary Dragonite. But I go into Torkoal trying to get a Toxic off. Man, these Dragon Dance and Mons and any Pokemon that boosts its speed versus this team is very, very scary. I mean, to be expected since it's a Sun team. It's not meant to be perfect. Like, it has its weaknesses, so watch out for Charizard X, watch out for Dragonite, and watch out for Volcarona. That's what I'm saying. Anything that boosts its speed and attack or special attack. So, at the same time, at least. Yeah, in comes the Ditto. He transformed to Torkoal as he locks himself in Rapid Spin. I go to my Venusaur, and that's a pretty easy, free switch into Venusaur since I expected him to just go for the Rapid Spin. Even though I doubt he would Lava Plume. Like if he did, that would be a nice play, but I doubt he would. So, go for the Sludge Bomb as in comes the Pinsir. Sadly, I didn't have the rocks up when Pinsir came out since he Rapid Spinned them away. But I do get a nice Poison, and I expect him to Quick Attack. But he does make a nice play over here. You'll see he goes for the Frustration, I do believe. I go for Torkoal, but it literally bounces off Torkoal's shell. Like, it does absolutely nothing to max defense Torkoal. Torkoal has amazing defense, I love it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have reliable recovery. If it had, like, Morning Sun, that'd be magnifique. Fortunately, it does not. I feel like it should, because it has Drought as an ability, so it should, I guess, learn Morning Sun. But anyways, in comes the Ditto. He goes for the Stealth Rocks, which, I don't know. I go for my Stealth Rocks, I can just Rapid Spin those guys away. But actually, I don't. I go for the Lava Plume over here. I guess expecting me to Rapid Spin later on, since, you know, I should be able to live a hit from anything and on his team, and I can just get rid of the rocks, even though it is risky, but I'd rather just knock him out, I guess. And he just spams the Stealth Rocks, I guess, sacking his Ditto. So then comes the Mimikyu. I'm just going to go for the Lava Plume, try and get a burn on him as he goes for the Swords Dance. Also breaks his Disguise, which is always a smart idea to do on a Mimikyu. Like, literally just break that Disguise. It's just the best option. I do get the burn, nice 30% chance. Man, Lava Plume has been burning everything. I love it. So, Mimikyu should be at neutral attack now since he's Swords Danced up. And actually goes for the Drain Punch, which actually does nothing to my Torkoal. As his best option would have been like a Z move, but I guess he's just Life Orb right there. And I just go for the another Lava Plume. Sun fades away, which is unfortunate. I do want to get the Sun back up, I guess, with Charizard-Y. He goes for the Shadow Sneak. That does not do enough. I can knock him out with the Lava Plume right there. So nice. Torkoal beats down a Mimikyu. Dope. Nice PU Mon versus OU. So next up we got Dragonite. Takes that nice Stealth Rock chip. And I think now I go for the Toxic as he goes for Roost, which is interesting. I don't see Dragonite too much with Roost. I thought he would just Dragon Dance up, which is scary. But I felt like I had enough turns to win the game when I get for the Toxic, and enough sacks. So, put that thing on a timer, break his multi-skill, and now I go for the Wrap Spin as he goes for the Dragon Dance. Hopefully he didn't have Earthquake, because I think Earthquake would have knocked me out from that range I was at, and I wouldn't have been able to get the Wrap Spin off. So, pretty nice. And yeah, he just Dragon Dances up. Very, very scary, but he's on a timer, and I got the Wrap Spin off, so I should be good to go. Stacking a Pokemon, and maybe even outspeed him with one of my Chlorophyll mons. But yeah, he Dragon Dances up again. But actually, Leafeon might be able to outspeed him, since Leafeon is adamant and is running a lot of speed. It's like 289 or something like that. I don't know, I forget. And Dragonite at +2 does not outspeed him. So I bring in Charizard-Y. I threaten him out, or I guess threaten him to attack me, because Charizard-Y is could maybe run Dragon Pulse. And usually they don't, but he does just attack me with the Thunder Punch actually. So that kind of intrigued me. You don't see Thunder Punch too much. Usually you just see Fire Punch. But I guess he wanted to hit, I don't know, Celestial and Toxapex with one move, which is, I guess not bad, because maybe opponents could predict a Fire Punch right there. Fire Punch is a lot better to hit Ferrothorn. Like, you want to hit Ferrothorn. Since you have Outrage, Fire Punch is just good. And maybe you can just have Earthquake, Fire Punch, and Outrage. That works, honestly. That could work. But yeah, anyways, I sacked Volcarona, and then I go into Leafeon and I outspeed him with the knockoff and knock him out. So that's pretty nice. So over here it's kind of tricky. His last one was Breloom. I go for the Swords Dance, which might have been a misplay because he Swords Dances as well. And I think if he Swords Danced up again, I would have been in big trouble. Like, I think Mach Punch would just like 1 KO everything on team. But I knew +2 Leaf Blade would 2-shot Breloom. So luckily he didn't Swords Dance up again, because I think Mach Punch would have 1 KO'd Venusaur. Maybe. I don't know, I gotta calc it. Like, my play should have been just to go into Venusaur, but I was kind of scared of him going for like Rock Tomb. So yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was just a hard play. I wasn't really too sure what to do against Breloom. I felt like my play was gonna be like to Swords Dance up a Leafeon and instill fear into him so that he would attack me and to kill him with Leaf Blade, and Mach Punch would have easily one-shot of Leafeon, I guess, at +2 since Drain Punch did a lot. But yeah, judging on that damage from Mach Punch, I don't know. Would have been able to one-shot me? I don't know, I have to count it, but yeah, down he goes to the Sledge Bomb, so very, very nice for me, because I can live a +1 or a +2 Mach Punch, but +4 would have been close for sure. So next up we got versus Kevin over here. Kevin got the Mega Lopunny. He got maybe, I don't know what the Z move would be. Latios? Latios is usually Choice Scarf. Maybe Jirachi could be Choice Scarf. The Rock could be Jirachi as well. Jirachi is usually a good Spadefon with Rocker looking at his team. So yeah, I don't know what the Choice Scarf would be. Maybe Latios, maybe Z move Tapu Koko, maybe Z move Landers, maybe Scarf Landers. We'll see. Maybe Specs Koko. Could be a lot. So anyways, I'll just lead off with Torkoal as he leads off with the Tapu Koko. Could be a physical or special since it's not shiny, so I can't tell if it's... I know it's could be timid, could be adamant, could be whatever, honestly. And whatever nature he wants, but he does have the U-turn. That's all I know. And doesn't really do anything. So I just go for my Stealth Rocks over here as he goes into the Landorus. As Landorus does threaten me out with the Earthquake, but I stay in over here, as I expect him to probably want to go for Stealth Rocks of his own. Since he brings in Landorus, I'm thinking that's going to be his Rocker. I would hope. And plus, I also expecting me to live a Earthquake either. And I just want to get a burn on this Landorus, but unfortunately I don't get the burn right there. So I expect him, I guess, to switch out, since maybe he's like Scarf Landorus or something like that. And anyways, it's a free switching into my Leafeon, because I could take an Earthquake and knock him out, hopefully, with like Leaf Blade in that range. Or Swords Dance up, because I don't expect him to be Flying Z, but he could be, I don't know. But yeah, in came Latios. I guess he expected knockoff right there, so he goes to Mungus, get an unfortunate crit, and that puts it in range of a Groundium Z. So down goes the Mungus. That was a good critical hit right there with that knockoff. I think that'll put it in range. I don't know. I should calc it. But I don't know what his Mungus spread was. But judging from it, I don't know if it matters. But I'm sorry if it did, Kevin. So down goes the Mungus right there. Very, very nice, since it would have been annoying to deal with Venusaur, since I don't have Hidden Power Fire. And I guess for Leafeon as well, since I needed like Swords Dance up to break through it. So anyways, in comes Jirachi. I go for Swords Dance because I was like, what is this gonna do to me? Goes for Body Slam and paralyzes me. So I was like, oh, that's what you're gonna do to me. I was thinking more like Fire Punch, but yeah, he turns out to be a bulky Jirachi with leftovers. I'm thinking the Landorus is maybe like Scarf Stealth Rocks, maybe just offensive Stealth Rocks. But goes for the Intimidate. As it comes in, I just go for the knockoff, and it turns out to be bulky Landers as I get a crit on it, unfortunately. Because it's Rocky Helmet, so I'm like, okay, it's max defense Landers, so I guess it makes sense. Maybe Spadef, Drocky, and defense Lando. So I don't know if that crit mattered as well, but I was +1 with Adamant Nature, so maybe. I mean, max defense Landers is really, really bulky. But anyways, in comes the Megalophony. I decide to just stay in and see what it wants to go for, and then I actually decide to keep my Leafeon, I guess, as a sack and go into LIL MEW, because I was expecting me to just wall Megalophony. But no, it turns out to be Last Resort. I'm like, oh, baby boo, I made a big, huge mistake. I did not expect it to be Last Resort. You don't see that too much ever on Megalophony. So, my Mew just took all that damage for nothing, as I just go back into Leafeon just to sack it. So I should have just sacked Leafeon. I just really thought I could switch into a Return or a Frustration from Megalophony, but no, turns out to be Last Resort. So, bring in Torkoal over here, as Torkoal should be able to eat a Last Resort since it's max defense, but I can't take 2. And I really do want to Wrap Spin away these rocks, since it allows me to bring in Volcarona and hopefully Quiver Dance up and win the game. That's going to be the plan, looking at the rest of his team. So, knocks out Torkoal right there to the Last Resort. And I think, yeah, I bring in Venusaur over here, since Venusaur outspeeds the Megalophony and threatens it out with Solar Beam, as he does switch out into his Jirachi. And I think I just don't predict that. I'd go for a raw Solar Beam. Yeah, I don't want to risk Megalophony staying in and going for the Last Resort and just KOing my Venusaur. So that does absolutely nothing to the Jirachi, as expected. Since Jirachi is really, really bulky, I switch out because I don't want to get body slammed or Zen headbutted. And plus, this is going to be a setup opportunity for Volcarona, and he does go for the Stealth Rocks right there with the Jirachi. So he is both stealth, like he has 2 Stealth Rockers on the team, so that's interesting. Jirachi and Landorus, so this is a counter team, I must say. Because I have 4 times weak Pokemon Stealth Rocks. Nah, he probably has, I guess, 2 Stealth Rockers just because it's good. I don't know. But yeah, he goes for the Body Slam, no pair right there, very, very nice. Serene Grace, don't activate, please, just activate the Flame Body for me. And burn yourself so you can't do anything to me. I go for another Quiver Dance, as I'm really fearing the Body Slam, because then I got a Quiver Dance even more to outspeed the Megalophony. Got Quiver Dance up twice, and he can just bring it in, just like fake out in Last Resort, and probably just one-shot me. Maybe, I don't know, since I am running a lot of defense. Like, as you guys can see, that Body Slam is not doing anything. So I decided to go for the Fire Dance because I was at +2, and I was like, alright, I should be able to outspeed everything on his team. Like, I don't think anything can really outspeed me. But you will see, I made a mistake over here, even though it kind of didn't, because I know I could live anything Tapu Koko wants to go for, even if it's Choice Scarf. So Tapu Koko comes in, it turns out to be Choice Scarf Wild Charge. I should be able to live anything, but no, it critical hits me. I'm like, oh, okay then. Since I was defensive, I should have been able to live on a Sliver. But it would have put me in range of a Megalophony, so I don't know how much it mattered. But if I got the Sun Up, maybe I could have won. With my Venusaur, because you know, I wouldn't be able to outspeed everything on his team, and Choice Scarf for Tapu Koko would have been gone. So that sucks. So anyways, I go on a Venusaur as he brings in Latios, go for Sludge Bomb, doesn't knock it out. Now I'm going into my Mew as he just drops the Devastating Drake. So this is going to be the Z-mover. Makes sense since defensive Lando, bulky Jirachi, Choice Scarf Tapu Koko, and then the Z-move is going to be on the wide. So makes sense. Down goes the Mew, as Mew was weakened, and plus I would have gotten blown back probably from the Devastating Drake from full HP either way. But yeah, I bring in my Charizard, get hit by the rocks, which is fine, since I would have been probably not beating a Latios either way, since I don't have a Dragon Pulse, and it would have been nice to knock it out, I guess, but I guess the better Charizard gets knocked out, the better for Venusaur at least. But I only have limited turns of Sun left. Since Heat Rock saves me with Torkoal, but Charizard only has it for like, I think, 4 turns for Venusaur to actively KO mons. And with Fake Out Megalophony, it's not going to do good with Life Orb whittling me down. So, yeah. If only it wasn't Life Orb, and if only I had the Sun Up for more turns. Because Tapu Koko can't knock me out with anything unless it's like Brave or whatever. So, in comes Megalophony. It's going to fake me out. And, yeah. He can just, you know, switch out the Megalophony. And I think Sun is still up, yeah. So I outspeed Megalophony, but Choice Scarf Tapu Koko would easily just one-shot me from that range I was at. But I guess he just wanted to win with Megalophony right there and be a closer game, too. It would be a 1v1 scenario. But, yeah, I already know I lost. There's, like, no way I can win now. Unless, actually, I would have maybe potentially came back if I senses up on a switch out to Tapu Koko, because I would have regained so much HP. And yeah, Tapu Koko, if it wasn't Brave Bird, I would have taken that Wild Charge easily. But the Lockbunny with Fake Out and Lazarus would do way too much damage, so yeah, there was no way I would win. So that's going to be GG to Kevin. I guess I just wish I didn't get crit of Volcarona, and I wish I Quiver Danced up again on Jirachi, but at the same time I was going to risk getting paralyzed, so I wasn't too sure what I was supposed to do right there. So yeah, next up we got Frankie over here. You got a pretty cool team, Staraptor. I don't see that too much. Mega DNC, Garchomp, Superior. Cool mons, I like his team a lot. Superior is always a nice mon to have. Looking at it, he does not have a switch in to Venusaur. Like, it's gonna do some work as I get my rocks up, hopefully. Hopefully, I was not expecting DNC to lead, but DNC lead looks so good versus my team. Like, I don't know why he didn't lead off with it. He leads off of Volcarona, which is a little scary because Quiver dances up and just like wins games. So I go for Toxic because I want to put that thing on a timer since I don't mess around with Volcaronas. As he actually went in Garchomp, so that's good for me, I guess, since putting that on a timer as well is awesome. So he goes for Dragon Claw. I guess expecting me to switch out. I don't switch out. I want to get rocks up first, since rocks mean that Volcarona takes so much damage, and yeah, that's just always good. So now I'm gonna switch out as he actually goes for Earthquake when I go into my Venusaur, so that's gonna do some big boy damage, but I do live, so that's very, very nice. I was kind of hoping it would be like Choice Scarf Garchomp with Dragon Claw, but oh well. Because usually when you see Dragon Claw, I'm like, okay, it's Choice Scarf, right? That's what they run. But no. But you never really see Choice Scarf Garchomp anymore. Anyways. So go for the Solar Beam, outspeed him with Chlorophyll, and one-shot him. So down it goes to Yip Yip. In comes Staraptor, so I'm like, you better not be Quick Attack, but it probably is Quick Attack since he brought it in, but I'm still gonna stay in. And yeah, you never really see Quick Attack on Staraptor unless it's like Banded, but it turns out to be not Banded, so down it goes to the Sludge Bomb. So nice. I guess he expected maybe Choice Scarf Staraptor, I'm guessing. Top speed, Chlorophyll, Venusaur, but that is not the case. So then comes the Venusaur, and I mean not Venusaur, Volcarona, and that is gonna get blown back by Sludge Bomb. So nice, Venusaur is going in. Told you Venusaur is going in. Looking at his team. Like, he has no good switching to it at all once that Garchomp was weakened. So in comes Suicune, and this gives me an opportunity to go for Synthesis, because I'm pretty sure Suicune can't knock me out with anything unless it's like Specs Ice Beam. And with Sun Up, I regained so much HP. I was at 5 HP, now I'm at 113, as unfortunately he made a bad move going for Protect right there. He should have went for like, I don't know, Calm Mind, Scald Burn, whatever. That's usually what Suicune are. I guess Vincune, Protect, Substitute. But yeah, down it goes to Solar Beam. Maybe if you substituted right there, that would have been nice, but I guess he expected me to just Solar Beam up, and I guess he just wanted to waste Sun turns with the Protect. So, in comes Deancey, and I'm just going to switch out because Sun is gone. I'm just going to get the Sun back up with Torkoal, and then I'll bring in the hard hitter, probably Venusaur or Leafeon, and just go in. But this is Calm Mind, that could be scary, so I'd have to go in Leafeon. So he actually goes for the Hidden Power, I guess Hidden Power Fire. Makes sense. Maybe would have knocked out Venusaur from the range I was at. And then he'd go for the Diamond Storm. Knocks out my Torkoal, which is awesome because the sooner the better. I'm bringing in one of my Chlorophyll Sweepers. So in comes Venusaur. I'm just going to Solar Beam this Mega Diancie, and I think Venusaur might be able to get a full sweep because I think Venusaur knocked out every single mon on this team. So this is why Venusaur is the best. Oh, no. We're probably going to title this Leafeon. Most likely. So here comes Superior. And I'm just going to one-shot that with the Sludge Bomb, and down it goes. So yeah, it's nice little Venusaur destroying every single Pokemon on his team. That's what happens when you don't have a good Spadefmon like Tyranitar. Unless you run into Energy Ball Venusaur, then watch out for that. Or I guess Hidden Power Fighting, but nobody runs that. So anyways, last game we got is versus Demzer. He has a really cool team of Porygon Z, and then Volcarona, and then probably Mega Gyarados, maybe Rocks, Ferrothorn, or Landers. Probably Scarf Landers, I would say, on his team. And maybe Rocks, Ferrothorn, and maybe the Tapu Koko. Could be, I guess, Shuckaberry? I could expect that. Maybe Chompberry, Ferrothorn. I don't know, that's Wild Run on this team. But could be like Specs, Tapu Koko, whatever. I mean, I could run anything, like I said. So anyways, I lead off the Torkoal as it leads off of Tapu Koko. It's not going to be Timid, so that's good. I mean, it could be Timid, I guess, but it's not going to be Shiny Timid. And that's always a dead giveaway. I like when they run Shiny, so I know it's going to be just like offensive special. So he gets a light screen up, so I'm like, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, it's going to be a screen team with probably set up everything, like Gyarados, maybe set up Landorus, and probably like, you know, Rocks, Ferrothorn. So yeah, I go for a Toxic as luckily he did not taunt me. That's always very, very nice. Usually Top Coco do have taunts when they have screens. So maybe his doesn't, or maybe he does and he just didn't want to go for it. He just wanted to get screens up real quick. So he does have the U-turn, which is nice. Always gotta have U-turn on Top Coco, get that momentum. You don't want to run Volt Switch because, you know, ground types. I mean, you could if you're Specs or Life Orb, but usually you would want U-turn when you're a screens user. So anyways, in comes the Gyarados. I unfortunately do not get a burn on it. The Lava Plume. And now he just Mega Evolves over here. And I think I just go for Toxic. I don't want to go for Lava Plume because... or maybe I go for Lava Plume, I don't know, I forget. He goes for Taunt. Yeah, I go for Toxic because it's just more guaranteed to get something out of the turn. Since Lava Plume will do absolutely 0 and I'm not guaranteed to burn him. So, I mean, I guess I'm not guaranteed a Toxic since it's 90% accuracy. But he is Taunt, so it doesn't matter. So anyways, in comes Landorus. I guess he was not expecting me to go for Lava Plume. But I do switch out. Because I guess he wanted to get Rocks up boosting my team, but it makes sense. I wanted Venusaur mainly because I can outspeed the Gyarados and maybe do some big boy damage with Solar Beam. So, Light Screen is up, so that's why Solar Beam does absolutely nothing. He goes for U-turn, which is nice. Since it's a knockout Venusaur, I was kind of scared of him going for, I guess, Earthquake and maybe doing big boy damage. Or even Flying Beam Z Landorus, but luckily that's not the case. I'm guessing it's going to be Z Porygon Z. So, in comes Porygon Z, go for Solar Beam, and that does some big boy damage, but he is going to go for the Z conversion. But that should not be able to outspeed me, since it only gets +1 speed, and since I am +2 speed in the Sun, I could hopefully outspeed him, even though I don't outspeed +1 speed Charizard, so it's really, really close. Maybe I need to run like max speed Venusaur instead of Modest. It's outspeed Charizard X for sure. So unfortunately, he is gonna live on literally like 1 HP, and down I go to the Ice Beam right there. So I was like, dang man, what kind of roll is that? That's fine though. Since even though Venusaur looked very, very nice for this team, I still have Leafeon. So in comes Torkoal. Hopefully I could live a hit, but I doubt it since he is going to be Shadow Ball, and yeah, down goes Torkoal since he's a Z conversion ghost. He turns into a ghost type since Shadow Ball is his first slot. So in comes Leafeon. I should be able to outspeed him, knock off, and yeah, he's at 1 HP, so I can even just like go for whatever and knock him out. So in comes Landorus. He gets that nice Intimidate, but maybe I could Swords Dance up, or maybe I could just knock him out with Leaf Blade, I don't know. Kind of forget what I do. Yeah, I go for Swords Dance because I want to boost up, and I should be able to live whatever he wants to go for. He actually goes for Defog, so very, very nice. I was expecting him to get locked into Defog since I'm expecting him to be Choice Scarf, and he does a switch out, so he would have went for a U-turn right there. Maybe he wanted to get Legendary, but he goes into Ferrothorn as a Swords Dance up again, so I'm +3 right now. And over here, I should be able to knock out Ferrothorn with the Groundium Z, but I actually expect me to go for like a Groundium Z or something like that. So he does bring in the Landorus right there as I go for another Swords Dance. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm getting all that boosty boost. So I should be able to easily one-shot Ferrothorn with the Groundium Z. Like, usually Ferrothorns are max special defense. Maybe a mix of defense, but usually they run like no defense. Like barely any at all anymore. So I should be able to easily one-shot it. That's my plan. And then that's going to be a Leaf Hit. So down goes the Landorus. Yeah, I Leaf played it very, very nice. And Leafeon, I think what was I at? Swords Danced up 3 times, and he intimidated me twice. So I was at +4 at this time. So Ferrothorn lives on 1 HP when I go for the Groundium Z. I'm like, are you kidding me, bruh? How did he live? So he gets the Rocks up, which is just terrible for me because now my Charizard and my Volcarona are gonna be taking half damage. So I switch out mainly because Sun is gonna go down next turn, and Volcarona will be faster than me, and with Rocks and Spikes up, which he's going for, Volcarona can easily Quiver Dance up, or just knock my Leafeon out, and then Quiver Dance up on one of my other mons, and then just live a hit from Charizard or whatever once he Quiver Dances up, and knock me out when I take over half damage. So yeah, it was not looking good. So I wanted to get the Defog off because I do not want the Rocks up anymore or anything like that, because I want to bring in Charizard without taking any hazard damage, or even my Volcarona, because my play now is to hope that Volcarona can Quiver Dance up and win the game. But he brings in this Coco, and you know what Coco's going to do. It's going to go for the screens, and screens are not good when you have a Volcarona and on his team at least, and it can just easily Quiver Dance up, and my best way around it would be to status it, and Torkoal's gone. So I'm bringing Charizard as he just U-turns into the Gyarados, and I could easily just outspeed this thing and go for Solar Beam. I guess maybe expect me to be Charizard X, and hope that Mega Gyarados could live, but nope. Solar Beam will blow you back, because, yeah, you're weak to that. Could go for Focus Blast, but no, I don't want to miss, so. The Gyarados down the goes, it's not going to live at all, and, yeah. And in comes Coco. Coco's not going to be able to take a hit, but it's going to get a screen up, which is going to make it Volcarona, I think, able to live a Flamethrower. So, sun is up, so Coco should get cooked by that, but it doesn't. It lives on a sliver, but at least it's poison, so that's good. Good old Torkoal toxicating the top Coco first turns of the game. So in comes Volcarona. I wish I had my Stealth Rocks up, but unfortunately I don't. So maybe I should have kept Stealth Rocks up, but I don't know. With Light Screen up, maybe I could have knocked him out, but it would have been a Speed type too. So I was kind of hoping I wouldn't a Speed type, but I don't. And he is leftover, so he's going to be a bulky Volcarona as well. And once he gets that Quiver Dances up, my best play is to just try and crit him with Flamethrower, so that's what I'm going for right there. I'm just like, alright, come on, crit, crit, crit. 10%, or 4% chance to crit. 10% chance to burn, but you can't burn the fire type. So Quiver Dances up for him again. He Quiver Dances up even more, I guess, just to able to one-shot everything and outspeed everything for sure. Wish I did that the game before, or 2 games before, versus that Choice Scarf type of Coco. But I was really scared, like I said, getting paralyzed by the Body Slam Jirachi. Serene Grace, man. He would do the same. So, I go to Mew, he Fire Dances, down goes my, well, I live on Sliver, but I'm not going to be able to outspeed him, and he can just one-shot me next turn. So it's going to be a Volcarona sweep, which is actually cool, because bulky Volcarona is really on the rise, I would say. I mean, it's really, really good. Volcarona is always a threat, like whenever it came out. Gen 5. It's always been a threat with Quiver Dance. And, yeah. Like I said, you gotta watch out for the Quiver Dance in Mons, plus in the speed and plus in their special attack, and Dragon Dance in Mons, because once you lose your Chlorophyll Mons, it's not gonna be fun, especially when I play against the Screens team. So down goes my MONSTA. I set up the Sun just for him to one-shot me with that Fiery Dance, and he's already at like plus million special attack too. So good old Volcarona sweeping us on the team. So in comes Leafeon. He's gonna be able to outspeed me since he got like plus 3 speed. And I can't be able to doing anything. So it really all just came down to that Stealth Rock Ferrothorn. And actually it turned out for him to be max defense Ferrothorn. That's what he told me. He was max defense Ferrothorn. I was like, ah, oh, man, the one set that countered my Leafeon. Plus 4 attack. I thought I was good to go, but Groundium Z did not one shot, so I was like, oh, whatever. Guess I gotta get maybe even more Sword Dances up. So I don't know. That Stealth Rocks with the Ferrothorn really, really sucked, but hey, that's the game. We play max defense, man. Ferrothorn. Good prep on Demster's part. Very nice, very nice. Gotta give credit where credit's due. He got that. He came prepped for the Leafeon, I must say. The threat in the Oogie tier. So that's gonna be it for the Wi-Fi battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. 8 battles in, and yeah, time to end the video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And I guess common question of the day is, what is going to be your favorite Chlorophyll sweeper? Is it going to be Leafeon? Is it going to be Venusaur? Is it going to be Sawsbuck? I don't know. Or is it going to be Lilligant? Leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.